And we're live.
I've said many times that if you get to be 65 or 70 and later, and the people that you want to have love you actually do love you, you're a success. I've never seen anybody that reaches that age. I mean, I'm not talking about somebody that's in extreme poverty or pain or something, but I've never seen anybody that they have a lot of people that love them that is other than happy. And I've seen some very, very wealthy people that they give testimonial letters to and name schools after and everything. Nobody loves them. By far the best investment you can make is in yourself. That, for example, communication skills. I tell the students that come that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%. I mean, if you can't communicate, somebody says, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens, basically. And you have to be able to get forth your ideas.
Yes. Hey, guys, welcome to the Peters Report. Stock market check-in. Here with my co-host, Jessica. You can follow her at MP Fellow on Instagram. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Trying to get a little bit richer every day. What's up, gang? Skylar's here. Skylar was trying to trade with me this morning, but we got tied up. Alfredo, what's up, man? PD, we got some people in here. Daniel's here. Or Danny Bean's here. What's up, Ben? MFG. The stock market's coming down. Are you scared?
No.
You're not scared yet?
No.
Could be a total collapse of the economic system. You don't think?
No.
No? Just no?
No, I don't think that the world's ending or anything.
No, I don't think so. I mean, now that Trump's won, everybody's expecting the market go up, but there is a phrase.
I mean, it did in the last week.
Right. Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah.
Right. I can't wait to hear the sirens. Yeah, we haven't played the perch sirens in a while. If you're following us by way of Instagram, we're live on YouTube. When I go play sirens, best time to buy, that's for sure. But you got to have money to buy.
Yeah,
so if you're all in right now, I do this thing called circle the wagons, meaning you can only defend so much. So some of your positions you might want to let them go so that you have money. That can be difficult.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm focused on getting some cash now.
Would you sell your winners or would you sell your losers?
The winners. I would trim the winners.
Yeah, trim them. But if we need to raise cash.
Oh, yeah, you could cut all the losers and put it in something that's better to go up.
But then here's what they'll say. But then I've got to realize the loss. That's in people's heads. If they sell it, they'll have to realize the loss. The loss is already there.
Lost.
It's already affecting your balance.
It's already in your balance.
Right. So some people have a mental hang up with that. They would sell NVIDIA and keep a loser so that they don't have to take a loss. It's crazy. You want to try to avoid that. And I would, especially if you got any stocks on margin and they're not paying dividends, if they start breaking support levels, you got to get out of them.
Are you adding to the XPXU?
To what?
The SPXU?
Let's see. Oh, not yet. So let's see. SPXU. Oh, we're going to taking a short position here. Let's see. Have you started a short position?
No, I've never done a short position other than crush and
well, you day traded short.
Oh, well, yeah. But not as like a long-term short, no.
Yeah. I mean, most people would use this as a hedge. obviously you see it's gone up, right? So today it's up almost 4%. If you look at the U-Pro's down probably what, almost 4%. Yeah. So it's a perfect inverse.
You could trim some U-Pro and put it in some SPXU.
Yeah.
If you were doing that.
Now, what if on Monday this drops because he rips higher and he did that? So you got to have a stop point, right?
Yeah.
I
personally wouldn't get into that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just swing trading, nothing wrong with that. Just have a stop. If you're doing it from a hedging point of view, I mean, ask yourself why you're doing it. What is your concern with the market coming down? Because sometimes you can lose on the hedge and, then your money's tied up in this hedge. You can't buy stocks that went down,
Yeah.
What was I going to talk about? Yeah. So I don't know. Most of the time hedging doesn't work. And that's just insurance in case there's a real big drop. Most of the time these inverse funds don't work. And here's an example. I mean, look at this chart. It's upper to lower, right? I mean, it's just heading down.
Oh, we can't see your chart.
So right here, you just see that. It's going down. That's a distinct, right.
So you're just channel trading that.
Yeah. So let's back up. Oh, that's a U-Pro. Hold on. All right. So here, this is a weekly chart of the SPXU. This is the ultra short S&P. I like how it goes upper left-hand corner straight down to the lower right-hand corner.
Looks awful.
Yeah. This is what hedging is.
Just goes down.
Yeah, it just goes down. And so, but every once in a while, you're happy you had it. So here was your run, right? Here's your run. Here's your run. Here's your run. I mean, they're small. Well, I don't know if it's worth messing with. But this is a weekly chart. So 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, 7 week, 8 week, 9 weeks. Up. That means that's the stock market had 9 weeks down, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 weeks can weigh on someone's mind, man. So, yeah. Are you reading something?
I was looking at the Gus chart.
Let's see. Yeah, like Skyler said, there's no reason. Federal Reserve is lowering interest rates. The stock market goes up when they lower interest rates. That has been true my whole life. So there's no reason to get too worried. I don't think anybody in the MFG is too worried. I just, we do have new people from time to time, and they're not as,
Yeah, like this was a parabolic move almost in a way. Like usually the stock market doesn't jump that much in 1 or 2 days.
Right. So you got profit taking in there. People who don't normally buy stocks and stuff have been emailing me and texting me. Because most people want to get in when it's high and then get out when it goes lower. They do it the opposite.
Yeah, the emotions of the fear and the greed.
Mm-hmm. Fear and greed. That's honestly what moves markets. Fear and greed.
So it's like if you're in a trade and you feel like you should get out, you should be adding.
Yeah, I don't want to say their name, but remember we were talking to a person and they were saying, should they buy Bitcoin? And then we said, now's a good time because remember how lower it was? Well, it went up. Now they're contacting me if they should buy it now. I told you when to buy it.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to buy it then because it had only been going down.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So now that it's run up, now they're like, should I buy it now? And I'm like, bro, you're doing it backwards. So, oh, let me take this down. Okay, you were looking at this today, weren't you?
Yeah, UBRL, an Uber.
Yep. Ben's an accountant. He lives in New York. MFG gang
That's cool.
comes up to meet me every time I go there. Everyone in New York tells me they can't find rentals. Ben, one of my students, he's found rentals. You mean if you look for shit, you find it? Amazing. I had my next door neighbor one time. He said he was at the truck dealership. This guy always likes a new truck, right? And he retired. And in order to maintain his lifestyle to retire, retired, he gets a pension, and his wife. And they had worked for the city from age 18. So they retired at 52. Because they've been there. Yeah, it's crazy. 30 years for the city. And you get like 75% of your pay for life.
Wow.
So they both have that now. And he went and worked at Home Depot. So after 30 years of working, your big plan to make extra money is to wear an orange apron and work at Home Depot. I would commit it.
Yeah.
I would die. There's no way, man. Not anybody working at Home Depot. That's not what I'm saying, but that's not my extra money plan after 30 years of working. But that's right.
He's doing it because he has to, or just for the extra money?
Yeah. So think about it. 30 years, same job, never put money in the stock market. If he'd have done the simplest of even an index fund.
Yeah, he'd have the stock market and his pension.
Yeah, he'd have $1 million easily. In 30 years, you don't have to put that much.
Yeah. That's like the $100 a month thing.
Yeah, which is obviously silly.
Maybe.
But over 30 years, even that shit works.
Yeah. It works over 30 years.
So for 16 years, he's been my neighbor. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm looking at a house. Hey, man, I'm about to do. And the whole time he's like, yeah, that's not for me, man. Stock's not for me. To end up, well, I guess Home Depot part-time is for you. So everyone that doesn't like stocks get to work at Home Depot. That's the of that story. Somebody said, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Danby says sell the losers. That's hard for people to do, but that's really because NVIDIA is only going to go so low. And when the market turns around, that's what's running.
Yeah.
So maybe you trim those, like you said, but you shouldn't be trimming those into a sell-off. You should have already trimmed them.
No, I'm talking about you should have trimmed at the RSI being extreme to lock in some profits, and depending on whatever you wanted to do, whatever the plan was.
Right.
Like if you're trimming a little bit, like 1/10 or 1/20 or half.
Yeah. But a lot of people wait and they don't even think about trimming or selling until it's rolling over. You should have already trimmed.
Like look at MSTX. You should have trimmed the other day when it was at 115. Now it's at 85.
Which one is that?
The 2X MicroStrategy. Like
it is MS what?
TX. Like on Wednesday, if you're like, oh, this is going so much higher, I don't want to sell. Well, look at if you took profits, look at the difference now. Look at the drop. Like if you would have trimmed some at 115, 110.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like on Wednesday, that would have been a good day to trim.
Watch this right here.
It's still extreme.
Yeah, anywhere in here you should have been trimming. And look at this chart. This is easy trading chart. So let's say it's running, right? And you're right here. And you're like, hey, should I get in? Obviously not, right?
Right.
But when you get these red days, and they're like this, like that doji, I like that there. You can always say, hey, if it goes above this, I'm going to get in.
Yeah, like when I got in, it was on the day before the election, on that pink candle that was on the touching the 20.
Right here.
Yeah, I got in right there. The day before the election.
That wasn't interesting. I would have definitely, so if this is day trading, right? And we get a pullback. And that holds. I'm waiting for that to hold, right? Like I'm anticipating.
I was just like an election. I was like betting on Trump winning and that it would go up.
Right. But if this is we're trying to help somebody get into a trade, when you get that bar, red bar, red bar, red bar, and that 20 holds, all you got to do is the next bar that gets above that one, just get in. and ride it up.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
That's how you enter a trend that's already running. There's a lot of guys, that's the entire trading strategy. They wait for a breakout, and then they wait for that first pullback, 1 or 2 candles, right? And then all you're waiting for is that to stop, and they're basically creating an anchor point in an already a move,
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to have already done the first run before they get in.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of S&B Capital's trades. And when I was talking to you, they're not going in and out like we do. They're waiting on that setup, and they're scanning, looking for it. But you could do that setup on any time frame.
Right.
That's what we're doing with crypto. I mean, I'm doing that with Bitcoin on 30-minute chart.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed what you're doing with the future contracts.
Right. Which can mess with your sleep if
Yeah, since it's 24 hours.
he needs help. You got to get those little stairs.
We have one. It's in the other bedroom. I should have brought him out.
What was I going to say? Oh, we'll look
Someone
at Bitcoin.
got their Coney dividend. That's awesome. I've been checking Charles Schwab. So far, I haven't gotten anything yet. But it might come at
E-Trade always
1.
comes late. E-Trade comes late. That kind of
Charles
pissed me off.
Schwab was doing good for a while.
Yeah, it pisses me off. You could put that money to work much faster.
Yeah, like E-Trade takes so long.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 too.
Yeah. If you're on margin and you're kind of anticipating it hit and you got a little room, you're going to know on Saturday you're going to get it,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hopefully no one, if you're on margin, hopefully you're getting, what's up, man. Let me see. I'm just getting worried that people don't. Let's see. I had my 30-minute chart here, and I guess I got rid of it.
Maybe it's in a different folder.
Probably is. I don't remember which one, so we'll just do a new one. The reason I did the 30-minute is it had some really nice money flow patterns. And now it's breaking down, though. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got in here, so technically we're below my stop. So the only reason I haven't gotten the fuck out is oh, wait, this thing just reset? Okay, that's better. What do you have Bitcoin at?
Hold on. $89,312.
Okay. Now, to be honest, this was my. Let me find it. This was my anchor point, and that's where I got back in. This probably would have stopped most people out.
Yeah, you gave it room because it was at the 200.
Right. And it had stopped here before. So I was just giving it a little room.
So then you stayed with it, and then bam.
Right. And the only reason I stayed with it, if this would have been in a downtrend and I was trying to catch the upside of Bitcoin, I wouldn't have done that. But because the overall trend is to the upside, I kind of gave it the benefit of the doubt. If you go around doing that in a bear market, you're going to get your ass waxed. If you'd have done that in Bitcoin previous 2 years, you'd have suffered. Let's see what this is.
Huh?
Possible to just give you guys money and expect a return without having to invest the time in day trading.
Is he trying to give us money?
He's trying to give you money to trade for him.
Oh. I mean, maybe eventually.
It's a good way for him to lose his money, giving money to YouTubers. Don't you think?
I mean, not you, but other YouTubers. That's, I don't know. It's just an
Right.
odd question.
It's actually illegal.
Yeah.
You can run money for a friend. I don't know this dude. You know that dude? So this would be, yeah, MFG Capital is coming, but you can only do that for friends unless you have an actual fund, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wanting to do a private equity fund, but it's just partners, friends. So if you were in the MFG, like me and you are friends, and I can prove that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and so are friends. I can prove that. But if I solicited you or got you through YouTube and we don't know each other and I took that would be illegal according to the FCC.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, they're fine, man. They're not bothering us.
Yeah, we were still doing the show. Thanks.
So back to that too. He's kind of making the assumption that day trading is going to make the most money. I don't believe that.
Definitely not.
No, day trading is like
unless you're trading a bunch of money, like you're taking a huge trade.
right. Otherwise, you're just grinding out. You're making a living.
Yeah, you're just doing it.
I know guys that make 50, 100,000 a year day trading, but you got to get up every day and do that shit. I mean, you could make 100,000 in a swing trade and spend 20 minutes on it. Right? I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I wonder how much money he would give someone like that.
I guess it depends how desperate they are to make a return.
But think he could do our margin strategy and make 6,000 a month, 7,000 a month on 100 grand and do nothing.
But that's the problem with new people. Like they can't just start doing margin if they haven't done anything.
I know. I've tried to talk.
Like, look at me talking to you about my margin account and all the shit that's been wrong or not.
Yeah, and you were hesitant.
So imagine someone that doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and you were hesitant at first, and you knew the stocks, right?
Right.
So I've done this several times, talking to a complete newbie who doesn't understand stock market, and try to take them from there to leveraged closed-end funds. You feel like a retard. You feel like you're just, because their eyes glaze over, and you sound like a con man.
Yeah.
I keep saying, no, you're not giving it to me. You're putting it in your account. And I decided, okay, I got to stop this. This is you have to grow into this, and hopefully people realize. I know they don't, man. I know they don't, man. People are doing that wrong. They're in there trading that shit, and you can trade around it. But there's old Nick, MFG Capital. Let's fucking go.
I like Nick.
Yeah. And then part of that is, I want traders to trade my money or the firm, capital's
Yeah,
money.
you want someone to day trade for you. You're not trying to day trade for other people.
Right. So, but through YouTube, I can find kids who can trade. They just don't have money. So they come and trade with us. And they, once they know what's up, they can do it from home. You just got to have some risk parameters. You got to be able to oversee the account, make sure they don't get in there and go fucking 100 futures contracts on whatever.
Yeah.
And blow you out. What's this?
Novice to this, but got the money to invest, and yes, hard to learn all of it without truly investing time and knowledge when you work 60 hours a week outside of long-term holding. No one cares if you work 60 hours a week. It's called wear headphones.
Right. I work probably, 60s, you're getting there, bro, but I work more than 60.
Yeah, you and Dan said you guys used to work 80 a week.
I still do.
When you were 30 or
yeah. I don't do the physical labor like I used to, but yeah, fuck yeah, I would do my job. I'd get off and go mow 3 to 4 yards every day. And then I'd go home and work on my computer stuff. Yeah. SDN, she was like, you have to, man.
Like if I had a guy around here that would already had the mower and ready to go, I would totally be like, let's go cut lawns.
It's easy money.
Because it's so easy and it's such a good workout. And you're getting out, like you're not trapped indoors.
No, man, I'd be out there shirt off mowing, man. getting tan.
Yeah, I'd wear like sweatpants and long sleeves so I don't get the grass on me, but to just be sweating and getting paid for it,
Beautiful. I
especially
loved it.
if you're doing it with another, like for me, I would need a guy, like that'd be a lot.
That's how I bought houses. People don't believe me. I would mow, put it in a box because, at the time, Deanne was my girlfriend and we had made a deal that we were going to live on her income. And, I gave her I had a part-time job and I gave her my check. It was only like $900.
Yeah, like
Anything that
this.
I made mowing and working, we invested.
Yeah, like if this guy's working 60 hours, I don't know if he works from home, but he could listen to stuff while he's driving to work or whenever he has a break, he could be listening
Because swing trades take what,
stuff.
3 minutes? You look at the chart, yes or no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes or no, and then put in the order, and then you go to work. You don't have to watch it. So I guess our point is there's way
But
more money.
you can do it at work on your phone.
Yeah. I'm just trying to drive home the point. You can trade and just look at it at the end of the day. You don't have to track it during the day.
Yeah, and that's the other good thing about position trading. If you don't even look for 3 days, it's okay.
It's okay, and you can make a lot of money like that. I would, I'd want to know too what you do for a living that you work that many hours. I mean, is it worth it? It might be worth it. There's only 3 ways to get rich: own a business, invest in business, or real estate. Let's see what this is. What's your plan? What he says.
Hold them, and then on the next stage, one ad.
Maybe we could get out all of them, write it down, get back in them, and then write. If people start
If
doing
if it really bothers you that much, just cut it in half and put it in the inverse one.
Yeah, people start doing that, I'm gonna kick them out of that channel. Just so you know. Hey, you fuck nuts, listen up. We are not trading in that channel. That's not what it is. So if people start doing that, posting it, I'm going to kick you out of the channel. That is not the purpose of it. If the market goes down, the point of having it is you get fucking dividends lower and the funds buy them. Right? Isn't that, yeah. So if you're not doing that, you're not doing your, that's the purpose of it. And, you ride the market down. This is why you've got to have a lot of margin. 30% of your available withdrawal should be about 30% of your balance so that you can withstand it.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you can get a little out of whack, and I had mine way out of whack because I was riding the market up. But now as we're doing this, you need to kind of look at.
So you do the available withdrawal over the net account. It's divided by the net account value.
Not the whole account, your personal.
Yeah,
balance.
the net account.
Yeah. Exactly. Those are the 3 numbers you should know in there. Your balance, the actual balance of the whole portfolio, and what is your yearly dividend total. And then if you're with me, I'll ask you what's your monthly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say what's your weekly. And then I'll ask what's your daily.
And then hourly.
And then most people don't know their daily. I know my daily. So I take all my rents, all my dividends, and the money that I make, and then I divide it, and I figure out how much money I make every day.
Yeah, right now my ratio is a good 10%.
That's a great one.
I thought it was supposed to be more than 30.
Oh, I was thinking of something else. Yeah, no, you're in high risk, bro. But you have stuff to cut that would raise that.
I mean, or I just dump more money in it.
Yeah, that's not a strategy they need to know. Because some people can't. I'm trying to teach them how not to blow out of their fucking margin.
Yeah. I'm not trying to blow out either.
If you run it that hot, you're at some point you're either going to have to put money in or you're going to blow out.
Right. So now that's what I was telling you. My focus is now getting the available for withdrawal up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to at least get past 30 to be day trading, because if you're sitting at 26, well, one day it could be at 24, and then you might not be a day trader.
Yeah. Probably be better, huh? But what?
He wants to join the Discord. He said he's been reaching out for a few days.
Yeah, I'm a hard guy to talk to.
Did you text him or email him?
Yeah, depends on how you get to me, man.
Do you have the phone number? Are you doing the phone number thing today?
I will. I'm gonna post it on there now. Oh wait, I may have it in the banner here.
What do you think about that YQQ fund from WieldMax, the inverse to the Qs?
Now we're gonna do it after it's already
No,
dropped.
no, I'm not doing it. I was just asked.
I,
I was
I
just
don't think
wanted
it's
your.
gonna. It's not gonna protect you in a down move.
Yeah, it's breaking out right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And the time that I bought those was already, in my
Right,
opinion.
right. I'm not. I wasn't saying to buy it. I was actually looking at the QQY to buy that.
Right.
I just wanted to know your opinion on the YQQ.
I think here shortly it's going to turn and go down. I mean, that's why I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
yet.
like right. Yeah, like right now I would be looking to just like drip add to the QQY.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not sure about those yet. These funds are all new, so people need to know that. Be careful.
There's also those funds that they like pay 20% every time, but they don't erode, like the SPY T and the QQT. Are you
Those
in
are cool.
those?
I have a small position in several of them. I was just waiting for a pullback to buy more. I don't want to buy them up here. I'd rather get them lower and get them 23 or 24% and then ride them back up, So that was my plan on the next market correction, is to grab a couple of those.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember, you can't buy everything. You
Right,
got to.
but that would be a good thing to start because we don't really have much.
Yeah. And I have just a few shares, so it's on my radar.
Yeah, there's also that XPay one from Round 2.
Yeah, so whoever that guy was trying to get to me, just text me, man.
Yeah, are you gonna put the phone number up?
I did. It's going across the bottom here, too.
Oh,
All right. Let's see. Let's go. It's Friday, so let's go through some of these questions. What's up, y'all? Them Monday and Friday lives are pure gold. Richard mows yards. That's how he buys rentals. Richard's been to my house in New Orleans.
so we put the phone number up. If anyone has questions, they can call the phone number and we'll answer it.
Oh, you want to take questions?
I thought that's what you were talking about, the phone number.
No, I put it up for him to contact me.
I was talking about to take questions if they called in. Remember we talked about it yesterday?
Yeah, they can call in. Assuming my phone doesn't block them. A lot of my calls I block. I don't know how to unstop that either. I have this problem. It blocks everyone. I mean, it sends them to voicemail.
Oh, but that doesn't block them.
No, but I have to call them back.
Well, because you don't have a ringer. You have all your notifications like disabled.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't talk to people.
So they got to call you twice for it to
Yeah, they got to call twice. And whenever I have meetings with people, everybody's on. And I'm like, I'm a fucking influencer. My phone makes no noise. And then they're just sitting there talking to people who don't make them money all day. It's fucking crazy to me. Let's see. Now, there are people who can get to me. If you text me, I answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Here's Gary. Cool. So if I had 100K in my account and go into margin, I should only have 30K worth of funds on margin.
No, that should be as available to withdrawal.
Right.
A safe amount would be to have 70K in the funds that make you income and then 30K in available to withdrawal sitting there in cash.
If I had 100K, I'd borrow 100K because they don't understand how this, because 100K will buy you 400,000 and we don't want you to use the full 400. So if I had 100, I'd borrow 100 and you'd still have plenty of margin left. And one of the problems is margin is different places. The way margin works on M1 Finance is totally different than the way it works on E-Trade. On E-Trade, you can't get off margin. You're always on margin unless you.
Right, you're always. Like in M1, it gives you the option.
So depending on who I'm talking to, if you don't know a lot about stocks, you should go to M1. Matter of fact, you should, in my opinion, you should have your savings there and have it in a shit like CLM.
Yeah, M1, I see like my savings. Like I have some money in all the funds, but I also have like, Coca-Cola, some of the dogs of the Dow.
And then you can borrow against those if you had an emergency. So there's no need to have an emergency account in cash.
Right, because the M1 you can just transfer the cash to your checking right away.
Yeah, and you don't have to sell any shares. So you could have your savings there. You're collecting income, and then if you need have an emergency, you could just borrow your own money. Or if you're going to buy a car, I mean anything. I have a video on this, by the way, on Discord or on YouTube. Is are you going to write a book about money flow margin? Yeah, we're trying to work on an ebook for that. And worried at people. Yeah, I'm very worried people are going to blow out.
I think you should sell it for a high price so that beginners don't buy it. It should be
Yeah,
at least $100 or $2.
I was thinking 1,000.
Yeah, because this will change your life.
Yeah,
And then
$1,000.
that way people can't get in it and then blow out. Well, they could if they didn't read it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, would you pay $1,000 for perpetual income? I mean, I would. I don't know if other people will. Most people, man, they will not. They don't believe me anyway when I tell them about it. I wouldn't believe it anyway, I guess, either. I mean, I would believe. I would look into it at least. Here, let me see if I can stop that. I did email you. Well, email's slow, man. I'm slow to check emails. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, if you want to get it in the Discord, the fastest way to text.
Yeah, just send me a text.
So just text them. Looks like no one has any questions.
No,
No one's calling in.
People get scared to talk to me because their questions usually are so, you know. That's why the professor fired me from taking questions from his students. I got fired.
I'm glad that those lives are brutal.
I kind of enjoyed just smashing on them.
Yeah, but it's like
I didn't do it on purpose. It's just the question.
it just makes you, but every time for his followers, it makes you look like mean.
Yeah, well, I think you need that, man. I think most people are babied all day, man. They're babied everywhere they go. Oh,
I agree.
Everywhere they go, yeah. And it's like you need someone to get in your to tell you, man. Let's see. Let's check.
Did you say you would add to USA today?
Hell no.
Okay, I thought we were talking about earlier, and you said you were.
If it held the 20.
Oh, you said the one that you would add was GOF.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wouldn't add much, man.
You saw? No, I know. I'm talking about for drip ads.
Yeah, because you see it holding the 20 and it's right in line of
Look
support.
at the doji, like right there.
Yeah, because that gives me a little hope.
Yeah. Man, if I drip ad, I'm only adding like 3 or 6 shares.
Right.
But like if it came down, I might add a trunk.
What if this market really comes down, these funds are coming down. I'm telling you, if people start posting in Discord, they're selling these to raise price. I'm going to delete it.
I think they know that they know what they would cut. A lot of them said they would cut their 100% position first, like Misty or Coney, Fiat.
Right. But I guarantee you there's people in there trimming CLM for the price appreciation. I guarantee it. Let's see. All right. That's CLM.
I mean,
are you about to explain to me why I'm wrong?
No, you already know what I told you earlier.
Yeah, I know. If you're doing it, they're doing it.
Yeah, so I just didn't know if you wanted me to say it.
No, that's how I know. When I'm talking with you.
No, on the live. I'm saying on the live.
Right, I know. That's why I
don't care if I tell you. Like.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, whatever you're doing, they're doing because you don't have 20 years of trading experience.
Yeah, that's why I ask you questions.
Right. And I'm saying, so if I'm talking to you and I see they're probably doing it, that's why I like talking is, if I just stick in my own mind, I don't find out what other people are doing. And here's why, because they're traders. And if you put a trader in a fucking anything, they want to trade it. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they misunderstand the point. I guess my fingers are broke and I didn't text it or something. I don't know. Like, if I was selling it, don't you think I'd go in Discord and say I was selling it?
Yeah. But it's because you're also saying you're not. So people are like, well, at least people my age are like more,
They're
want
smarter than me.
things. No, we want things like right away. So if you
Right.
don't say anything for 1 hour, we're all like, what is he doing? Maybe not 1 hour, just like one day. You get me?
Right.
So
The money's
people
made
say,
doing nothing. Most
yeah.
of the time,
So when you're doing nothing, it would benefit us or younger people to say, hey, I'm doing nothing here, instead of us being like, oh, what is he doing? Because we are
they
probably
just
gonna see.
they won't imply that I'm doing nothing if I do nothing. If I'm
Not
not
it
doing
might
anything.
not. It might not. We might think you're doing some secret shit that you're not telling us about.
Right. I'm trying to, because that's why I like talking to you, because I try to understand what they're thinking. Because if I'm doing nothing and I don't say nothing, I assume they think I'm doing nothing. But
No, everyone's like, well,
I'm
I'm wondering. Remember, I kept asking you last week, did you sell anything? Did you sell anything? Because you weren't saying anything.
right, because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, so in those moments, it would be like, okay, hey guys, I'm not doing anything. These are the moments when you don't do anything. Sometimes in the stock market, you don't make any moves, and that's this time.
How often do you think I should do that? Like every day or every 3 days?
Well, no, all the stops popping during the election was a big thing.
Yeah.
People were up big, and you weren't doing anything. So I'm sure they're wondering, is he doing something or not? Just because you didn't say anything, we can't accept everyone to assume you're doing nothing.
Okay. Okay. That never occurred to me. So I'm trying to process. That's a good point. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just trying to think on that. That's okay. And I get it, because traders think you got to trade, you got to do things, you got to plug, and stock market's going much higher. So to me, if you get out of good positions, you have no assurance you're going to get back in them.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole getting out thing is, but I don't see what's wrong with trimming if the stock market's at an all-time high.
You can trim. You don't need me to tell you to trim. Just
Right. I'm not saying I didn't trim stuff, but I'm not getting out.
Right. But I get asked this all the time. RSI 77, should we trim it?
Well, yeah, that was the plan.
I feel like I don't need to tell that to people. That's called self-portfolio management.
Yeah, but that's why they pay for the text alert, so you can tell them, hey, I'm trimming Tesla.
I'm not trimming.
No, not right this second.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general.
Right. I'm saying if I don't text it, I'm not. Just because it does that doesn't mean I trim it. The only time I
but
trim.
then that's something you have to let people know, because the money flow says trim, and you're not. So how would we know you're not? I mean, other than you're not. But okay, why something that's the RSI hit, usually we trim, and why isn't he trimming then?
Right. Because it's undervalued.
Okay.
If it hits and it's fair value or overvalued, I trim it.
But what if it's like TSL? I mean, I guess you're still looking at Tesla.
Yeah. I mean, Tesla's still above. It's still above. We did trim Tesla. I mean, we trimmed it.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you didn't trim Bitcoin positions like Coinal,
no,
CLSK.
I didn't trim them. They're going higher. I said that last time too. Don't trim it here. Did I not? And what happened?
It went up.
Right. I can't tell you what I'm not doing. I mean, I can't tell you, so if you think you need a trim, but I've watched this game before. The Federal Reserve is lowering fucking interest rates.
Yeah, but that's what they're looking for. Hey, I'm not trimming because the Federal Reserve is. I've seen this before. They're
Right.
they're lowering interest rates. I believe it's going higher, so I'm not trimming.
Right.
If you want to trim, go for it. I'm not trimming.
Right. I'll just go through all 118 stocks one at a time and
We'll
explain.
just say, like, in general, I'm not trimming my crypto stocks like you did. That was fine.
Yeah.
That was enough notice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Interesting. Let's see. Uber's stage 1.
I added to UBRL and Uber.
It looks like it wants to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the win for Uber?
The Qs.
Yeah. That's going straight down.
I know.
There's no way that trade works. If this doesn't stabilize, I mean, it seems hard to believe that Uber runs higher against the wind.
I agree.
It might,
It's
but
just this is Uber's best day in days.
Right. And so that may be a sign. Maybe Uber's letting you know the market's not going to go down very far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that one time I was using Uber as the Uber was kind of dictating what was going to happen. So this right here is our little zone. So if it holds here, Uber's got a shot.
Yeah, this is the first day that Uber's closed above the 5.
That is odd, right?
And it closed over the 200.
Let's pull up. It is kind of odd, right? That it's going up today. Yeah. Look at these. It bounced on the 200.
Yeah, honestly, I added to Uber yesterday and then UBRL today. But just like small ads, not like a huge position.
You added early, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if that was
just
your
got
anchor,
one share.
Yeah. I mean, if this was your anchor and it popped up here, you might be in it. So I mean, your stop somewhere in here. Or target. Are you in the 2X Uber?
Mm-hmm. And I'm in both.
Yeah. Me too. Actually, I'm not. I have shit ton of regular Uber. I keep meaning to buy the other one. I was going to sell Tesla to buy it, but TSLL.
I don't know if I'd sell.
I know. I second guessed that.
Maybe if you sold Tesla like a few days ago.
Yeah, I trimmed some a few days ago.
Yeah.
As long as Elon's in good graces with the president, I think you hold this, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I took profits just, because that's what we do, but
Yeah.
they were small. Like, it's not like I cut it in half.
Right. Let's see. Right. So Ben makes a good point here. And you've heard me talk about this. The market is where it is when you get on the bus. You can only get on the day you get in, right?
Yeah.
And you might say buying CRF at high prices. That's what Ben said. But we could have said that at $7 and we could have said that at $6.50. Are you texting someone?
Yeah, it was just really quick.
Who are we texting it?
The only person that I would be texting during this.
Oh my God.
The wife.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. She can come on.
No, I was just reminding her of something she needed to do.
Let's see. So Ben, I would save some dough because it's gonna be coming down, man. Yeah. Yep.
Having to suppress my trader instincts for the goal of the income strategy. Yeah, that's why we have all these different accounts.
Right.
That's why I told you I was excited that I was rebuilding my cash trading account so that I could do position trading and I don't have to worry on my margin and getting out and this and that. Like, just buy, hold, go buy stage ones, and you're fucking trimming at the high return.
That's position trading.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So now I'm getting that. Now that I have that, I got the margin account going with like little ass swings, and then my position trade going. And I still got my paper account.
Do you use stop losses on your position trades?
No.
Yeah, no.
The only
So,
time I've ever entered a stop loss order was during the day trading channel. That's the only time in my life. And that was for practice. Obviously, we don't use stop loss hard stops in the day. Like, we don't.
yeah,
But
I don't,
I've practiced putting them in. But yeah, before that, I would never use a stop in my life. Because I was
right.
just doing position trading.
And I need to do a class where I talk about the different type of orders. Like, you can put some in where whichever one's filled cancels the other. There's trailing stops, so you can, you leave the house and it'll trail up with the stock if it
Yeah.
goes up. There's lots of different types of
That's
orders.
like for day trading, but
And swings. I mean, you could
but
do it
the
on swing
daily
trade.
chart, we don't usually use those because we take profits along the way.
Right. But you could. I mean, you could put it in. I don't like it though because sometimes the market will open down and come right back.
Yeah. I don't like stops, especially just hearing from what you said. Like
Yeah.
happened to people's accounts when there's like flash crashes that had hard stops. They got their
Killed my
account.
dad, man. Killed my
Yeah, like
dad.
I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
He
rather
forgot.
just figure out how to get more money
Yeah.
back into the account.
And if you just buy good shit, it's okay if it comes down. He says I only have 10K in my 50K starting portfolio. Hey Ben, are you in E? Is that in E Trade or what broker are you in for your margin? Yeah, you do a lot of that, Jess. Spooning during
It's
trading hours.
relaxing. Yeah, I spoon my dog. It's relaxing.
Relax. Here's a fellow Floridian.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tim.
It says Powell was in Dallas yesterday for a meeting. He stated that the central bank doesn't need to be in a hurry to lower rates. That's not good. Due to strong economic growth at this time. So here's the problem. The country's growing already without him lowering rates. So that's interesting. He also indicated that unemployment rate has been rising, but remains historically low, as is inflation. There's no more inflation. You know who RFK is?
Isn't that like JFK's son?
Yeah, one of these Kennedys.
Yeah.
He's going to be in charge of health and human resources.
Apparently, like heard it was a good thing.
Yeah, if you like people into conspiracy theories, he's right there, man. The guy had a worm. He had a worm in his brain not too long ago. You ever listen to him talk?
No.
If you're a right winger and crazy, you'll love him. I mean, some of these picks he's picked for these positions is crazy. Like, I mean, a Fox News commentator is going to run to the Defense Department. I mean, there's some crazy picks, man. I don't think they're going to stay there. I think he's just paying people back. Amazon's made a decision that they're going to try to compete with Temu and Shein for low-cost goods, nothing over $20.
Oh, I saw that. They're gonna have this Amazon thing where everything's $20, but it could take 1 to 2 weeks to get there.
Right. Don't they already have that? I mean, I don't understand why that.
I never heard of that. I never heard of Amazon doing something like this.
I mean, having $20 items. I mean, I guess because the whole thing is $20 items. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Damn, trimming Amzu yesterday now I look like a genius.
Yeah, that was a good.
It was a baby trim, obviously.
And that was what is Amzu?
The 2X
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. So if you're in Amazon, I don't know if you know this. There's a lot of these there's new funds that just trade one stock. So for Amazon, it's AMZU, and it's 2 times. So right now, Amazon's down 4.6, and this is down 9.2. So you trimmed yesterday?
Yeah.
Right there, right? Right on the 70 RSI.
Yep.
Right at a previous high, right?
Yep.
That's everything we do. Good job.
Thanks.
Let's see. You don't want to trim now as it's cascading down?
No, I'll just wait for the next one and add more.
We trim into strength.
I already trimmed twice. You see that RSI?
Yeah, I figured you had.
Yeah, so
yeah, so you trimmed some here.
Yeah, just because I just got my account going, I only had 10 shares, so I trimmed 1 share at each time.
Right. Very cool. Well, and as you do that, some people may say, well, if it's only 1 share, I'm not going to bother. And it's like, cool, okay, don't bother getting experience or learning how to do it, I guess. I don't know. You get experience from doing that.
Like if you could still in your paper account get 200 shares, and then you could have trimmed 10 shares at a pop or something, 20 shares at a pop if you had 200 shares, or cut it in half, whatever your plan was.
You talking about on your paper trade account?
Yeah, like you can just go get 200 shares. You don't have to do, I only have 10 shares.
Right. I don't know why you only have a
like
few
the paper trade account gives you 200 grand to trade. So when you can easily open a trade with 100 shares, no problem. And get that same feeling.
Yeah, if you take it serious, right?
Yeah.
Right. The one reason I asked you to work with me is you do that. I've met no one in the MFG who actually does that, even though I teach people to maintain. If I put out a trade and you don't have the money to do it, put it in your paper trade account.
Yeah, like I've heard you say that a couple times. So it's like, if you're doing that, well, we should be doing that.
Oh, well, no, they're too cool. Their time is way too valuable.
Yeah, and if you're in it on paper, you don't need to post in this Discord that you did it on paper. No one's gonna know, besides you. So it doesn't matter.
Because you should pretend that it's real. You should do the same with your 10 shares. You have to begin executing as if you have $1 billion.
Like if I had 100 shares of Amazon, I would have trimmed 10 a pop at those 2 RSIs and left the 80.
Right. So if you had 10, you could do 1, and a little while later 1 and 1. Well, now you got a little chunk, and you add new money to your account, you can start another swing trade. Right. Over time, you have a bunch of swing trades, man. So but I mean, and I say this all the time, you don't need money to make money trading. You don't need money to trade. You need money to make money trading, but you can learn to trade without money. I paper trade, and I got $1 million in the stock market, and I fucking paper trade.
Yeah, so that's what I heard you say that a couple times. So that's why I was like, well, then it makes sense, because then, like when I was trying to build up the margin account, I wasn't putting money in my trading account. But if you had the paper trade account, you could still participate in the trades.
Or just
when MSCX first came out, I didn't have the money to get in at that low price. But I did it in my paper trade, and I'm up 163% in MSTX. But in my paper trade account, I got in before the election, so my return is nowhere near that. But still,
what you got was even more valuable. Executing a trade, seeing it work. Now you've reinforced the strategy again in your head, right?
Yeah.
Right. That is worth more because you can now you'll be able to confidently go into into your life doing it over and over, man. Yeah, repetition is the mother of skill, like he said. But that was the deciding reason when we were talking about working together is that. Because usually I start asking people questions, and by question 2, man, I'm already like, this guy doesn't even really trade. That's what I was getting mad about the professor students. They traded one thing. Like one fucking stuff.
Yeah, but if you watch his live, he does one trade in the first 30 minutes and that's it for the day.
That is
or
not
the 30 minutes or the hour. Because when I was watching it, he was like, oh, whatever it is by 10:30 or 10 a.m., I'm getting out. Then that time hit, he got out. He's like, okay, this is how much I made for the day. I'm out.
And do what?
I don't know. And then that's why he was saying the trading gives you freedom. So he does his one trade in the morning and then he's free. I just thought it was interesting because that's not what you or SME Capital do.
I don't know any professional traders that do that. Now, I have no doubt there's people that do that. A professor is a good trader. I know personally. I've seen his accounts. Okay.
But his problem is if you want to do one day trade in the morning and that's how you make your money, fucking go for it. But then the rest of the day you should be managing your dividends and
they don't have that. They don't do anything.
That's the thing. Like if his day trading thing, if it works, well fuck it. Get your money in the first 30 minutes or 1 hour and you leave, okay? If that's what he found works, fuck it. But he's not like actually.
I have met no one in life that I was at the beach or we're chilling at a restaurant somewhere nice. And I go, what do you do for a living? And they go, here's what I do. Every day I get up in the first 30 minutes, I place one trade and then that's it. I'm done for the day. In 24 years of trade, I've never met one person that told me that was how they built their wealth. Otherwise, I would do it. I mean, is Goldman Sachs just stupid? They don't know about this?
Yeah.
Warren Buffett's doing all this shit. He could just do that. You got to ask yourself. But here's what happens. Retail traders like that. If I put out a thing saying I could show you in 10 minutes a day how to make a blah, 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 people will buy that shit. But there was a guy yesterday asking me about the group. And I said, it's going to take you about 2 years to get pretty proficient with everything that I teach you. And he goes, oh, well, maybe I'll come back. Come back when?
Yeah, like obviously you do have to be mentally ready to make a commitment. But if you want to get financially free and you actually want to, it's not really hard. You're going to do it.
Yeah. But the fact that I said it's going to take about 2 years and when I say, I don't mean you can't trade in a day.
And 2 years that's not even long anymore when you're an adult. 2 years flies by.
So why would that be too long for you to spend your time on? You're going to be dead in 2 years? Because 2 years are going to come and go.
Right, that's what I'm saying. As an adult, the time flies by.
But this other group did options, and they said in 30 minutes a day you can make a fortune. And you don't need to know much. And I'm like, does that sound right when you say it out loud, bro? So I'm not saying you got to grind it out. You don't have to day trade all day. That's not what I'm saying. And you may get up, like you said, you trade the first 30 minutes, and then you scan and check your swing trades, and then is there any dividend? And then you go do other things. That's fine. But you're not going to be a full-time trader doing that. You're going to be involved in trades. I'm not a full-time trader. I mean, I trade full-time, but I don't consider myself a full-time trader. Even though I do. You know that. I trade all day, right?
Yeah, you trade for fun.
Fun. I got nothing else to go do. So when a guy tells me 30 minutes and then go do what? There's nothing else I'd rather do.
Yeah, like when I first started following you, I never had this goal of being a trader.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I just wanted to get financially free or learn about stocks so I could get rich. I didn't have any interest in trading or
I didn't get rich trading. I got rich buying assets that pay dividends.
Like you don't like you know how much I like day trading. I don't go around telling people I day trade.
Yeah.
Like,
I know how much.
That's just for fun.
We've gotten in arguments day trading. It could be stressful, right?
Yeah.
Easily you can get pissed day trading. Me too, man. You can have an awful day. and then everything pisses you off, man. And then
Yeah,
sometimes,
so that's why you have to. I rather just day trade for fun, not for a living.
and what am I always telling you? Yeah, I always say that to you, right? We're not trading for money.
Yeah,
trading-
that helps.
We're trading for fun. Keep it small. In our margin account, we're making, I can show a guy, if you got 100 grand, I can show you how to make 5,000 plus. If you keep your losses small, now we're trading for fun. Don't trade to make a fortune. Well, guess what? After you do that for a while, just like the piano, you start to get okay, And what if? Yeah, I'm not saying you can't 30 minutes a day make $100, $200. I'm not saying that. To live on that,
You can, but can you keep it?
you will be stressed the
Only
fuck
if you.
out.
Yeah. I don't think.
Because you better get this trade right?
Yeah.
So that's not a way to live. Same with real estate, man. Like if I had to live just on my real estate, and I could have, it was terrifying me. Or as a writer, I've got 5 books. I make money writing. If I had to make my money on writing, just writing, that would make writing not that fun. So everything I do, like I said, remember you always hear me say, whatever you'll do for free, will pay you the most.
Yeah.
And so everything I do, I've done free. I wrote the money for, nobody paid me. I come on Instagram. Instagram doesn't pay me. Put out the Peters report is free. If you start a podcast, nobody pays you. But then if you're doing all these things for free, you get paid a lot.
Yeah, that's what most people don't understand.
It's an interesting thing. We trade
You took your phone number down. No one could call in for questions.
Oh, you're thinking they're going to call in?
Someone call in and ask us a question.
Yeah, they usually won't. I'll put it back up.
I want to on Campfire Real Estate, but I can never think of a question to ask.
I got one to ask that I'm curious to see what those guys would say. And I'll tell you. Is there ever a time that you wouldn't want to claim depreciation on your taxes? 4 ways you make money in real estate. 1, the price goes up. 2, cash flow. 3, loan pay down. Number 4, depreciation. You get to depreciate the house at 3% of the value every year. So a $100,000 house, you get $3,000 depreciation, which means if you made $3,000 profit, depreciation wipes it out and it's tax-free. That's why you don't want your houses paid for. You want money in lots of houses, not a few paid for houses. But is there a time when you wouldn't want to claim that depreciation? I'm curious to see.
Yeah, like what if you wanted to pay off your house so you didn't have a mortgage? You're saying you
personal
should
home,
keep it?
I would. Yeah, personal house, I would. If I was you, I'd pay yours off for sure. Rentals, no. Not at first. You want to get a bunch of them. Now,
yeah, the point of getting the rentals isn't to pay it off right away, but your personal home, without paying your mortgage, you could use that to stack for other rentals.
Yeah. And if you ever meet a guy and all his rentals are paid for, they're just scared. They don't know how to do real estate.
But isn't Dan's are all paid for now, right?
Yeah, but he's 60.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place that they can be paid for.
Right. When you get older.
Like Dan's has no debt, he said.
Yeah, Dan's a lot like me, but he
owns all his shit.
Yeah. And he's been at it for a long time.
And you pretty much own all of yours except 3 that are on one note or something?
Yeah, all of them are paid for but 3.
Yeah, that's what So there's a time and a place for them to be paid. Right. Because that's when it's more passive.
Right.
When the house is paid for and it's free cash flow.
You lower your return when you pay for it. Your return goes down and you pay more taxes. People don't get that. Because think about this. If I'm getting $3,000 a year on a house, like a dividend, right? I'm getting $3,000 cash flow and my depreciation wipes it out. Now I'm paying no taxes. If I pay the home off and there's no mortgage, now I'm making $700 a month cash flow, right?
Yeah.
Well, 3,000 of it is done. 4,000 of it now can be taxed. Multiply that times 10 units. That's $40,000 that can be taxed. If I had mortgages on all those, it would all be tax-free. So you get more houses Same money, except you don't pay taxes on it. If a guy doesn't understand what I just said there, you should not be buying real estate. That is the concept. What is he saying? 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Nice. I mean, who the fuck buys things on Temu, man? Little plastic trinkets?
Buys things on what?
My buddy, well, now that I say that, my buddy Anthony buys shit on there. Temu, I guess costumes and shit. I was looking at some track suits like Eminem.
I was just thinking of the Rap Devil song where MGK makes fun of.
That's one of my. That's his best song ever.
Yeah, seriously. I'm sick of these like corny hats and sweatsuits.
Sweatsuits.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I love that line where he says, "That's tough talk for a rapper paying $6 million a year for." Somebody paid $6 million a year for security.
Yeah.
He's like, that's tough talk for a guy paid $6 million a year for security. That is funny. But the one thing I liked about that song is he said, "You're the greatest rapper alive. We get it." You know,
yeah,
like
we
he's
get
giving
it.
him that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that someone older couldn't just, help someone younger.
Oh, but here's the thing. Machine Gun made a comment about his daughter years ago. That's why he did that.
I thought Eminem said something about his daughter.
Because it started, Machine Gun said it first.
Oh, okay.
That's what Eminem thought. Machine Gun says it was misinterpreted. And then he said, "Remember, you waited 4 years to come back with a song, and it was like 4 years.
And then you made an album about me. You must be obsessed with me."
Yeah, that's great. I loved it. And then Eminem's comeback was good. And then Machine Gun, I saw him on the Breakfast Club, and they were asking why he didn't come back with one. You know, and he was in there wearing a fur coat, no shirt on, just this fur thing over him, like a little, and it had no sleeves. It was like fur. And he's like, they asked him why he didn't come back with another rap. He's like, "Man, come on, man, that's Eminem. I ain't gonna keep doing that." Like,
yeah, like could he even have topped his own first
right.
one?
And that's what he said. "I'm not going into a rap battle with Eminem over and over. He's gonna beat me." You know, he's like, he said Eminem's shit was great. He loved him.
Yeah.
He was, they were just, he was done. Everyone who's ever done that lost their career. Eminem kills careers. He's not a guy to fuck with.
I mean, MGK had to switch to rock music because he was getting hated on.
Eminem put him out of business. You can't fuck with Eminem. You say anything against him, dude, it's over. He got rid of Ja Rule. A bunch of dudes are gone because of him. All right, so I'm in Bitcoin here on a 30-minute chart. The trade's looking pretty good right now. Hold on. 89.74. Amazon is rolling out a telehealth service to compete with Hims and Hers.
Did I not tell you this?
This service will provide boner pills to millions. The service.
See, now you don't have to go to the doctor. You can just call Amazon, dude. Order it from your Amazon. Like, not only that, like other medications or whatever.
I got a street pharmacist for all that. The services offers a subscription plan. Okay. Amazon's Prime members can save up to 92% on their ED treatment.
On their going to the ER. That's huge because some of these insurances, as soon as you get to the ER, it's like a $300,000 deductible.
Right.
$1,500.
Man, that's a big savings. I mean, are they wanting to help the world?
So who is Amazon like partnering with for insurance? Or they're just having their own insurance?
I guess. I will let you know this never works, man. When you try to build a conglomerate that does everything, it never works. Kraft tried this. They were with Philip Morris. They owned all this shit, man, and like 3 or 4. Philip Morris, Altria, Kraft. There were all these companies that were all one giant conglomerate. It never works. You start getting sued. Things start happening. But hey, maybe Amazon pulls it off. X is reportedly losing subscribers.
Twitter?
Because it's called X.
Because of
Because
threads?
well, they're saying because the new AI policy rolling out today apparently can't opt out. Basically, they can use any of your posted data to use as a learning tool for their AI expansion. People are freaking out that their, quote, private picture messages and comments, etc., or anything they post will be seen by the company and used to improve AI functions. Is there anyone under the delusion that if you put that shit on Instagram, even if it's private, that Instagram can't see it? No one can be this dumb.
Wait, what?
If you put shit like private, like I send you a private message, that Twitter's going to use it for their AI stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's not, I mean, you're sending it over the fucking internet. It's on there. You don't think someone might see it? So I think you don't have, no one should think they have any expectation of privacy if you're posting it on the fucking internet. You know? To me, it's logical that someone on Instagram could look at your pictures. Right? I mean,
That's why people put the account on private.
Right, but to think that the actual corporation can't see it is delusional.
Oh yeah, obviously the corporation can, but your friends can't.
No, I'm talking about they are looking.
Oh yeah. They've been spying on us.
Right, and they're going to use it, and people are freaking out. They feel like they're on Twitter where they pay nothing for it. Come on, man, like crazy. I thought you guys didn't want privacy. I thought the younger generation didn't care. A good way to keep it private, don't put it on the internet. Just saying. Morningstar overvalued list. Tesla is on that list. Did you know that?
They're on what was the list again? Sorry.
Or what are we texting? Or
no.
Tesla is on the overvalued list. As is Honeywell, United Health, Visa, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. It says Oxy just reported earnings and Morningstar has a fair value of 62. I could have swore the fair value on Oxy was 50. Let's see. Are you long Bitcoin?
Yeah, I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin.
I'm moving in and out because I'm using futures, but I'm not.
Yeah, but you're buy and hold, you're not touching.
Yeah. Oxy's at 49 now, dude.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna buy some today. I'm almost at 200 shares. And I bought the first ones here.
Do you have it in your buy and hold and B&B?
Yeah. On the B&B, I'm gonna sell here and buy and hold. I just keep, adding on stage ones. This is stage one, by the way. It's right at support.
We can't see your chart.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Let's see. Now, would you hold Tesla even if it's overvalued?
I would have trimmed some and held the rest.
Right, that's what we did. It's a growth stock. Growth stocks can run overvalued.
Right. So I'd stay in it.
Yeah. I could have swore Morningstar on this Oxy. Let's see. Yeah, Oxy's a 3-star, man. They have it $50, dude. Oh, fair value. Sorry.
It's 51.
No, I'm looking at wrong. Fair value is $62. This has got to be delayed. This is within the range of fair value. There's 49 and 62 is a big fucking difference. So this article here is old.
And you can check on Yahoo Finance like for a quick
Yeah.
true value.
It's usually pretty close to Morningstar. So if you can't afford it or don't want to pay for it, Yahoo Finance will do it. The thing I like about Morningstar is you get to read about the stock, you know? Like you can come over here and read the Permian productivity offset declines in the forecast commodity prices. You can start reading on shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which will lead you to other ideas usually. Now you're up almost 300% in Dogecoin.
I was up 265 on 2 nights ago. Now I'm up like 170.
That's crazy, huh? Now, if you're in Reddit, I'd probably trim some here.
100%. There was multiple times to trim Reddit.
Right. This thing could go higher though.
Right. I'm not. Again, I didn't say get. Yeah. I wouldn't get out of any of this. Especially if you're in a bull market.
Rivian.
Like the only reason I'm getting out is if it was a swing trade.
Look at this doji right here. Straight up. I like Rivian here if it gets back in the box. Look at Roku. That is coming down, bro. You own that, right?
No, I had it in my margin account, but I cut it.
So Costco recalled 80 pounds of butter under the Kirkland brand because the label on the packaging did not include the statement made from milk. There was a mess up on the labels.
Damn.
Don't we all know butter comes from milk? What's up, Michael? Says, what are your thoughts on holding Tesla? I would hold Tesla. We've already trimmed it. I would let it run. And I mean, there's no reason to sell TSLY. You want to keep these and hold them and let them pay you. Yeah, a lot of new people. That's traders, goddamn it. When you give traders these funds, they want to trade them. The yield max funds.
Mm-hmm.
They want to trade them.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, because they can't put on a different hat. Let's see. Let's put on. Hey, when do you think was a good time to trim Misty here? Or to get out of it?
If you was a swing trade, you could get out, right? I would not get out. Like the RSI is pointing like right. I don't know. It doesn't look like getting out.
Right. That's my point is I wouldn't own, I don't know. People can do what they want to do. I'm not really trading these. You can trim some, but if they're going up, why stop them? The margin becomes an issue. If you're holding it on margin, that becomes an issue. Like on that one, they raised it, didn't they? It's 100% margin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that could be a problem. Like I took Coney out of my thing. I kind of regret doing that now, but the point of my account is margin. Is I need to buy income. On margin. Yeah. That's the point, and trade on. I get it. If something goes para-fucking-ballic, you can, I get trimming some to add to another one. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I get that. If it makes sense, but even that might not make sense. Maybe the one you trim keeps going up and the other one keeps going down. I think the cool thing about these is if you have one going up and one going down, they're kind of offsetting each other already in your account. You get that?
Almost.
So if one's going up and one's going down, they're offsetting each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why we would trim and add. If they have the same fucking return, you're not really getting anywhere. Unless you think for some reason this one's going to turn around and go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if that one, I don't know. It's income on that.
So yeah, the extreme yield funds is for income, not for trading. So leverage funds are for trading and high yield funds are for income.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Don't trim them. I'm just saying, if you get in there with a trader hat on, you're defeating the purpose. But Michael here retired. Now he's going to gain a lot of weight.
Especially if he's day trading, you just sit down.
Yeah, Michael said something to me about day trading. I told him he needed to paper trade for at least 6 months. At least. People that have had jobs and then come to trading, they actually don't know shit. They think they do, but they put I'm not talking about Michael, but they haven't put as much time as they think they have into the stock market. So once I start talking to them, they really don't know a lot. Their homework is terrible. It's not like our homework. You do yours like me.
Yeah, I have to.
Right. So now that Michael's retired, this Sunday, his homework should look like ours.
Yeah, it should, or similar. At least have the same format.
Right. So he might want to get the article, Mike. Get the article on how to do your homework. And then Sunday night, I'm going to ask you for it. No pressure. That's how I help people, though, man. You got to pressure them. Almost everyone fails that, too. Hey, let me see your homework. They got like S1, S2. It's so simple, man. I could have done it.
They just wrote what's in stages.
Yeah, in 3 minutes. They're not doing stage 1, stage 3, their dividends. They're not doing all that. And then when I ask them, how much in dividends are you getting this week? Almost nobody knows. And it's like, yeah, that's why you don't get fucking dividends, because you don't know. If you knew, it would grow. If you're not thinking about it, it can't happen. So you got to know. I know how much you're getting this week.
In dividends?
Mm-hmm.
1,500.
Yeah, I knew that. I wonder if Michael, you know how much in dividends you're getting this week? Everyone, everybody needs to know that. And you know what'll happen to him is same thing happened to you. Is you start watching the TQ, you lose track of the rest of the market. It gets hard to track it. You got anything before we bail? Only thing I got going is market's coming down. I'm not going to get too worried until next week. I'm not going to get too worried. I don't think I'm going to trade today. I'm going to go lay down. We'll go take a nap.
Yeah, right.
I think I am going to take all weekend off.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to see what normal people do, what it feels like. I don't even know what I would do with myself. I have no idea. If I wasn't doing stocks, I have no idea. I don't like video games. I don't like sports anymore. Let's see. I find sports pretty much stupid now as an adult watching football all day.
Yeah, I like the basketball playoffs.
Yeah. If I'm doing something, I like it. But just to sit there and engage in it and watch it, just like, wow, I can't do it. If you go to the game,
like if the game's on, I'm still looking at my stock stuff.
Right. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I mean, I'm not saying other people shouldn't. I'm just telling you what I can and can't do. I just have ADD. I can't sit there. I can't sit there and watch people who are rich play a game. And everybody out there's, spending money to do it. You got a stock pick besides Uber? We got Uber. That's it, man. That's our pick right now. I got Bitcoin.
And Oxy.
Yeah, Oxy I would add to today. And you bought some Dogecoin, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're using a 30-minute chart?
No, the 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. That's right. I'm using this 30-minute on Bitcoin. And so I'm looking for a run up to this, I don't know, 9150 maybe, or 91,500. I'll take some off, and then hopefully I can run up to the 93. I'll take some off and then let it run. I've been moving in and out, though, using futures contracts. I have worked my way up to 10 Bitcoins, which is pretty cool. I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't know if you've signed up. You should apply to get approved for futures on Coinbase.
Okay.
Everyone should, just so you have it.
If you do a webinar, should we have that approved prior to the webinar? So that we can follow along? Like if you do a webinar on how to do Coinbase futures,
it would be better if
so
everybody had an account.
it would behoove us to get approved ahead of time.
Because we can take a trade live in the thing. You know, just buy one just so you can see it. And it'll go up and down $1 or some shit, you know, and then we can sell it. I mean, just so they can see it, buying a contract. But yes, I would do it now and get approved. You know, it just takes a day or two. You just got to say you got money and you're not a newbie and you realize you could lose your money. Yep. Let's see.
Dollar General, maybe.
Oh, Dollar General. I'm trying to decide where I want to go on my next trip here for vacation. Thinking about Florida.
To your beach house?
Oh yeah, haha. I got a beach house because I didn't take vacations. I invested the money instead of going on vacation. That's how that works. Let's see. Yeah, Dollar General. Yeah, I like it here. I mean, it's not above the 5, but it basically was yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the Dollar General. They haven't been working, but I do think this is way undervalued. I don't think this is Walgreens by any means. I don't have any stop loss on this. This is a position trade. We'll see. You know, I'm not going to ride the bitch to 30 or something, but you know, I don't know. You know, I got a little PTSD after Walgreens. You know.
Yeah, of course.
But that's a B&B trade, so I'm not going to let one stock change my trading strategy.
Nah.
Oh, BBY breakout. Savannah is gorgeous. Savannah is gorgeous. Yeah. Think of all the vacations we've been on. We could have bought Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So much money right
thousands upon thousands.
now. Yeah. In 2000, was it 22 or 23 on Christmas Eve? I was like, don't buy your kids fucking presents. Buy them Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 Christmases ago now.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that if I didn't think it was going up. Instead, they bought their kid shit. The kid don't even know where it's at. It went in the trash. That's most of American. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got, man. You good?
Yep. That's
all right.
it.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. 3-day weekend. Mike Tyson fight tonight. I like Tyson, but I got to root for the YouTuber, man. I'm a YouTuber.
Is it really a 3-day weekend? Oh, you're taking today off.
And Monday.
It's 4-day weekend.
Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. Take a break. Just not go in Discord for a couple of weeks. Let's see. Let you and Michael hold it down. That's what I'm thinking. At least today. You be good.
You too.
Appreciate
Thanks
you coming
for
on.
having me. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, guys. Appreciate you coming on. Hey, if you're not following us, hit that QR code, man. Get on the Substack. And we put out a trade of the week. Oxy was the last one if you're not in. Each week you'll get what I think is the best swing, the simplest, easiest, safest swing trade in the market. And that'll be delivered to you. We do a fundamental write-up making a case for the trade. Should always have a fundamental case for the trade. What the true value is, and then we include me breaking down the chart, exits, entries, targets, and that come every week. Sometimes not the same day. Sometimes I'm waiting a day to make sure the trade confirms. We've been doing really well. We've had some big winners on that. Lyft was one. We've had a bunch of them. So if you're, and that would be going through the year. You take 52 trades with me, and if you don't have the money, paper trade it, write it down, stay with it, and I promise you'll be a better trader. God bless.